Uh,
Don't tell me it's just because she's dating a Noah. No, it's not it. Okay, good.
can I ask how many people actually know about that one?
All of my court knows, and all of ours.
Oh, Lord.
Did you just figure out that dating the emissary between both courts means both courts have to know?
I didn't...
Wow.
It's not that I didn't figure that out, it's that I was hoping I was wrong in my assumption. I like privacy.
Sucks.
Anyway, I don't know why I'm causing a stir, honestly.
Relocating.
That it's like, we don't want any part of this.
They relocated earlier.
I'm just out and about doing weird magic shit, being trained by enough people and stuff.
Jocelyn just like looks from you over to Vincent. And he does like the shaky like, eh. Hand. Go on then.
Ask different questions. I don't know what answer you're searching for here.
Move these two.
I could tell you my entire life story, but that would be very long and probably boring to most people.
You hear a lot of life stories when you live for centuries, trust me. It gets boring pretty quickly.
Precisely. Wait, what?
What do you mean, wait, what?
You definitely don't look your age.
Thank you. Then again, do any of us at this table do except for you?
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know what you're talking about. I am eternally 20. Good lie. She sticks there talking to Vincent.
I thought with fairy and fae things, like, they're very finicky with their attention span. And I kind of disappeared, like, I don't know, 12 years, maybe more? I can't remember.
Yes, and
I just pop up. So I don't know why I'm important.
that's the catch. You just suddenly popped up again. Which, by my chess game, means Summer gets interested because another piece has suddenly showed up. Which makes Winter interested because Winter doesn't like anything Summer. So now both courts are interested. It caught an eternal loop of why is the other side interested? Fuck them.
I mean, from what I know, it was just, hey, my memories suddenly come back and things. I don't know why. Well, I don't know why it disappeared, but I also don't at the same time. I don't know portals.
Yeah, you and most of the Fae population at this point.
What do you three know about it?
About portals?
Yeah, like, between plane things.
It's a funny thing you asked that, Chenemir dear. Danny knows a lot about it. Ah, don't fucking say that! Why would you say that? Just why?
I mean, it was after
To include you on the conversation, of course. I don't care about being included in the conversation, and I don't care about answering your questions.
It's not my question, it's hers, kind of.
You're shit at the game.
Yeah, I'm drunk.
I mean, you two probably know the same things I do. And she points at Jocelyn and Vincent. That depends on what you know.
It also depends if you know more.
You guys are insufferable. Well, let's see. A few years back, worlds become closer, portable magics become easier, veil between worlds becomes thinner, blah, 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 blah. Same stuff as you guys know. Vincent and Jocelyn nodded that.
And that's all you know?
I never said that.
Exactly.
But do you think that's all they know? She points at those two with her mug. We all have secrets at this table.
Here's a better question. Would you help me if I asked in privacy?
No.
Uh,
Why would I do that? What do I get out of it?
Gonna watch me dance around and squirm? I don't know.
I can watch you do that right now. So again, what do I get out of it?
What do you want?
Nothing from you. Silence.
You disdain me so much.
Because you're dating my sister.
And what's wrong with that?
You're clearly way under her league.
I'm not disagreeing with that in the slightest.
Hypergamy.
Danny. Don't tell me you haven't thought of it. You had to have thought of it. I think you and I view leagues very differently. Obviously, considering this is fucking happening. Jocelyn and Vincent are just watching this with absolute amusement.
Marshall upstairs smells something burning. Oh god.
I was like, something's getting roasted downstairs, huh? Ice. Berman brings out a suckling pig. Nice roast.
Why can't you just be happy?
Nice roast.
It's a nice roast.
Too fun.
Did you hear me before?
I did. Danny doesn't say anything. She's just sort of thinking. Because she can do so much better with someone that might not, I don't know, die in a couple of decades.
There's no guarantee I'll die in a couple decades.
You're right, you might die tomorrow.
I'm far too resilient for that.
So saith the mortal who, last I heard, was on her last legs coming into the secret camp.
Yeah, that still means I can stand.
She looks at Vincent Jocelyn. You see what I have to work with here? they do the smart thing. They hide their faces behind their mugs and don't say anything.
Are you more worried about me dying, or more worried about how she would feel if I died?
Well, obviously the latter.
Yeah, that's a silly question.
And not gonna lie, you haven't exactly brought much to the table. Not this literal table, don't make the joke.
Yeah, that's all this thing. How have I not, though? I've been beaten to hell and back by giant monsters and survived.
Wow, so cool. And?
I'm dying. I'm not dying.
I don't care if you die, I told you. I honestly don't care. No. You have done nothing to actually bring it into your relationship. She knows nothing. She looks at Noah. Nothing about old school standards, does she? You can't blame her for that. Oh, I can. You can see Noah wants to you can hear it. She wants to intervene, but at the same time, her intervening means your loss.
Is it loud enough for me to hear over there?
The daddy's remarks are loud enough for...
I will throw a message under the table aimed at Chedamir's leg.
Man, you had some sharpshooter for that. Pew! Yeah, go ahead.
I messaged Chedamir. Tell her, if you are so insistent, an education has to start somewhere.
I was literally gonna say something like that. Thank you, though, because it gives Jimmy that idea.
If Marshall had message, he would say, when she says you might die tomorrow, say, you might too.
So
Yeah, fairies don't die. They're not.
I don't want to go threatening.
Here's the thing. Fairies are killable, but that doesn't mean they're actually... They come back.
Yeah.
In a similar manner to the Shadow Man.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Shadow Man's not a fairy, so it makes no sense.
Anyways. I would gladly take your assistance if you would want to educate me in the older methods.
Why would I want to do that?
To have her have a better relationship, I should was
Well, apparently she's totally fine with this shit relationship, so I don't see why I should intervene.
Yes, but I want to be better. And the best
Well,
way
perhaps
to
you should
be better-
educate yourself.
I'm trying to educate myself, but I need.
I tossed.
She's roasting you.
I tossed Chidamir on the message. Tell her. I'm willing to commit to making her happy. I'm willing to adjust. I'm meeting you halfway. If you want me to be better, show me how.
Okay, I have to put that to Chemir's stupid filter, aka charisma,
Also drunk.
and drunk. Shit.
Drinking, drinking.
Actually played a little bit off the line. She was just saying, I want her to have a better relationship. You want her to have a better relationship. I want.
No, I just want you to not be in that relationship because I think you'd find it instantly
That's
better.
not happening unless you want to fucking assassinate me.
I thought about it.
I have no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
But what's stopping you?
Her? She looks at Noah.
Exactly. We both care. We don't want to hurt her. And I'm willing to bend and not break. I'm willing to bend myself to some whim if it means making her happy. And you are probably the most
Roll their
fucking
eyes.
experienced with her, so that would be nice to have your assistance.
Wow. Wonder why I gave that away. It's as if we're sisters or something, but that's impossible.
Distracting the side point.
Why would I want to help this relationship if she is perfectly content with it? I'm obviously not making her any happier, which whatever one I do. She either ignores me or she ignores me. The end. What do I get out of it?
Why do you think she'll ignore you? This isn't a
doesn't
situation
come-
of I'm replacing you. It's a situation of her expanding the people she cares about.
Of course you would think like that.
Do you not like sharing?
No fairy ever liked sharing.
I also found off on that one.
But no, that's not even the point. You're going to die. Let's not beat around the bush. Let's not insinuate when you're going to die, but it's a fact. You're going to die. You're mortal. You're not a fairy. And you're not one of these sorts of mortals. And she throws a thumb over at Jocelyn and Vincent. So you're going to die.
What if
Those people, and she points at the next table over, I think someone might actually become immortal. And that's slightly worrying, but at the same time, really cool. But besides the point, I have to get along with them. Besides, I know them way better. And none of them are trying to date my sister. You, on the other hand, you are dating my sister, and you're likely gonna die. Well, not likely. You are gonna die at some point.
Then why would you make it so much rougher during a time that could be meaningful?
Because if she doesn't date you, she doesn't have to deal with this shit.
She already is, so you're just making it worse.
Not unless I don't know, punch you off by being what I am. She's over a smirk.
I don't think you would. I don't know if you could.
You think I can't kill you?
Hmm.
She looks at Noah. She's very dumb.
I'm very determined.
Yes, the most determined people. Utter determination. Yep, that's exactly what equals success in this mortal realm. Yep. I'm just so determined. Would you mind going down to, what's the province? Sensig, I think it was, and telling that to those elves down there? I'm sure they'll agree with the sentiment utterly.
Anything else from Baldric? Because I don't know about anything.
You won't hit her. You won't hit her.
Marsha shouting down. Go, 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 go. Holds up like a sign.
One message for Chidamir.
I also, just so you guys know, I do have like this line here in my GM layer, which I'm gonna move to the token layer right now, of where the balcony actually goes over the bottom part. Yeah, so
Cool.
let that be known.
I'll message this. I don't care if you deny me happiness, I understand that. But to deny your sister happiness, however fleeting, isn't that more cruel?
I'm trying to think of like, how she would phrase it. I don't care if I'm happy. I don't care about that.
Nope.
I care about if she's happy. And you're trying to just completely deny that.
I mean, she seems happy as it is, with or without my consent.
But don't you think her consent would mean something more to her?
Considering how we don't really see each other often, not really. Because she's usually here in the mortal realm? Oh, I wonder why.
Although at the same time, if we went to her house more often, just her house, then I would probably be shot on there anyways.
Yeah. I'm not denying it.
I just want her to feel like... I'm just trying to make her feel like she's part of family or something, I guess. She belongs somewhere. Maybe that's why she's like spends all her time.
She has family.
Well, why can't she have more?
Because you're not permanent. That's
What
why.
if I was? What if I could be? There's plenty
Yeah,
of
well, when that
ways
happens, let me know.
You could help with that.
Why would I want to help with that? You're clearly such a bad candidate. If we were to make someone immortal, that Aldrich fellow would be a pretty good candidate, although I think he might actually become immortal at some point, and again, that's slightly worrying, but really cool.
But that's not who she wants.
Well, then she can work to make you immortal. Wow.
You know what? I
Logic.
have birthday totems, and I'm tired of doing this runaround thing. So what's the?
I think you already spent your divine inspiration, if I recall correctly.
To ask a person a question, ask a DM a question.
I believe so. Someone spent it.
Nope. I used
I spent mine.
Expectations of Predator Insight. I still have divine inspiration.
I believe that was me who spent. I spent mine.
Yes.
I think you spent yours like the day before your birthday, and then
Ding ding ding.
it
Oh, is that what
reset.
it was? Oh, okay. Yeah,
You want a tip
Ulrich,
from the GM?
Sure.
Ulrich will small talk a bit with the Seekers while I go to the bathroom.
Okay, we will engage in that shortly. I can spell inspiration, I swear. I am.
Because like at this point, I recognize like I'm just running in circles, and I just don't know where else to go.
You guys were going to something earlier.
What was the something?
Old world standards.
I mean, I have an idea.
You guys are playing against this logic that Danny's from. She hasn't been to the mortal realm in centuries. This is her first time back. And you failed to catch the point she had of, so you got hurt. So what? Adventurers get hurt all the time. You know how many adventurers go to the Feywilds and get hurt? So what? Living? So what? Doesn't matter. That happens all the time. Especially back then. Back then when heroes were actually prevalent. Back when things were legends and stories and myths. That's like telling Dominic, hey, remember that time I got hurt? Oh yeah, my heart really goes out for you. I was stuck in this fucking gemstone whatever for centuries. Yeah, you got hurt. My heart rings out for you, right?
So where do I continue from that line of logic then?
You find old world standards. But you don't find it from her. She doesn't care.
Do I just talk to someone else at the table, or are they just gonna be like, oop?
I mean, it's as if you can ask a Noah any. Although it might be a bit tactless to ask someone what they want, but
And also the whole
if you want a real tip, talk to Cedric. Cedric is very familiar with old school Soulful. That's also why he would also like the gem, or the Quintet Shard rather. Cedric used to be very much into old school stuff, fairy tales, and the like. The passion sort of dies down when you've been tortured and sent away, but he's an expert in his own right. As expert as a random nobleman's son could be. Although he does live in Orvin Soulful, so I guess that's pretty fitting. I don't know.
Do you think there's anything in this conversation right now that could help me, or is it just back off?
It's just back off.
Mm.
Not sure if you've ever genuinely hated someone. Have ever so genuinely hated someone. I had this back in school. Anything someone does when you hate them, everything they do, even if someone else does it, is bad. Yeah, I had a guy for that. God, I still hate him today.
Okay. I thought just didn't for a second.
Don't die. That's bad. I think we might pick up next session here. But, like, just for a short time. Not, like, finish out the night or anything. Well, I guess it would be finishing out the night. Whatever.
I think we could probably finish out the night. Honestly, I think at this point, like, when we jump back in, the chimney's probably just gonna back off.
Well, there's still other stuff that could happen. I think Fred wanted to talk to the Seekers. Obviously, Marshall wants to talk to Watch Team Adversary.
I just assume at this point they're dickheads, and I'm gonna go talk to the one person I need to.
Well, it depends on what you say. It honestly does. But,
I was just hoping we'd get to all the one-on-ones, mostly.
yeah, that's another thing. I still have the one-on-ones for you and Fred. But I don't think I'll be able to get through both of them within, like, 30 minutes.
I mean, I'm here, like, way late, so you can do Fred's and then just do mine later.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, I would rather just, like,
Sure.
do it next time. If I'm gonna... Because I have to do both of yours, plus these 2 talks, plus whatever antics, because the squad isn't drunk yet. So, yeah. You gotta deal with that.
Yeah, plus we're about to have a bunch of drunk alpha personalities.
Yeah. I still wanted a bar fight. Personally, as Crash, so there's still that. So yeah, we'll kick things off next session, but at the very least, let's do... Because I think you've recognized the dead end that you're in with Danny, because she's Danny. So go to you, Marshall. You come up to... This is before the roasting happens. You come up to Watch Team Adversary. Hey, big guy! Come, take a seat, take a seat.
Oh, it's good to see you again. Glad to see you. Count them real quick. Did you all make it out? I just realized I do not know how many of you there were.
There were 5 of us, don't worry, we all got out.
Well, it is good to see you all back. And you missed a lava fight.
Yeah, we were on our way out when things started going crazy, and Jesus? God, that's not a person. Gods, that was terrifying.
Oh, I've heard of that priest.
Saint Jesus. Angel Saint Jesus.